Lucidity. Transform through your dreams.
Welcome back, Dreamer, to the second part of Lesson 1 in Realization 1. In this video, we'll be looking at how to keep a dream journal and build the bridge between dream and wake. In connecting deeper to our subconscious minds, we need to obtain, maintain, and nurture a journal for our dreams. The importance of this step in writing your dreams daily cannot be expressed enough. And when I say daily, I mean daily. I can tell you from past experience in recording my dreams, from the times I got lazy, even just a day or two of not journaling, no matter how big or small those experiences were, this later had negative knock-on effects towards my dream memory and skill. And as a result, guess how my subconscious mind responded? In ignoring them temporarily, I indirectly gave my subconscious mind a signal to not remember and have what is often called fragmented dreams. We have to be completely aware of our inner thoughts and actions, as the subconscious mind is always listening. So when keeping a journal, we really want to create a solid foundation in discipline and make sure that there's a strong desire within our minds to notice all the details in our dreams. Now, the word discipline may sound a little regimental, I know, and I really don't mean to put any of you off, okay? That's not my intention. But I will not lie to you, there may be things in this new lucid journey that you're about to embark on which may take you out of your own comfort zone at times. And that's just it. This is exactly what's needed to rewrite the old subconscious programming if we are to move beyond our day-to-day routine way of thinking. Okay, so now I will disclose to you some of the best tips and tricks that I've learned along my journey in how to maintain a great dream journal and share the best way to optimize it. Having a dedicated dream journal that you use on a daily basis doesn't have to be a chore or something that's boring. Far from it. In fact, using a dream journal can be quite a lot of fun when used in the right way. Not only enhancing your dream memory, but can also boost your creativity. If you haven't got yourself a dream journal yet, please go grab one right away. It'll be the best thing you've ever bought in your whole life. I guarantee it. Here is mine. I love it. I got it custom made. I have a little labradorite stone embedded on the front cover here, and it's great for dreaming with. And you know what? There's so many styles and types out there, so choose wisely and intuitively one that resonates with you on a deep, deep level. After all, this will be the only recorded reference, apart from your own dream memory, of your own personal gateway to the other side. This should be the most important journal of your entire life, so treat it like your very life depended on it. You can also buy really cool dream pens that light up, which really come in handy in the night moments of when you're writing down your dreams. Which brings me to my next tip. Please record your dreams immediately after the dream ends, because otherwise, if you choose to remain asleep instead and hope to write it down in the morning, chances are you may have missed out on some important clues and symbols, about 40% less detail. So that's quite a huge chunk of data that could have been logged in your journals. When starting out and writing down your dreams in the night, you may feel tired. It's understandable, I get it. But I can assure you, right, that the more times you do this, the easier it gets, okay? You have to believe me. It really does get a lot easier. Hopefully by now you should be more aware of what to do in the night for your journaling, and that's great. Why delay the process though? Let's start now. You can begin by thinking about doing this action tonight. You know what, the more you think about recording your dreams in the day, the more chance you will have remembering to wake up in the night to write them down. One thing to note is I personally like to set an intention that night I go to sleep, like this one. I now remember my dreams in great detail and write them down immediately as I wake. You can say this over and over like a mantra until you fall asleep. Moving on now, as we advance further into the dream journal topic, I have a little treat for you, and don't say I don't give you anything. I formulated 3 key reminders to help you along your journey and that have majorly helped me through the years. I call it the 3 dailies. And they are daily journaling, daily reading, and daily decoding. Let's briefly explain now what's included with the 3 dailies, okay? Daily journaling, as mentioned before, is that we need to daily record our dream experiences upon awakening. Very important. Even if the content and detail of the dream is not that much, or maybe you experienced just a feeling upon awakening, you need to describe what that feeling was. Still write it down. Over time, your ability in remembering your dreams will strengthen, and your subconscious will applaud you for listening. The next daily reminder is daily reading. Of course, having a good lucid dreaming book to read that's always running in the background of your practice is really beneficial. But daily reading can also be revising the content of your past dreams in your journal. This I have found to be an extremely powerful tool when empowering your lucid practice. You can either choose a set time in the afternoon or a lunch break perhaps, even right before you sleep. There's never a bad time to read your journals. One thing to note though is as we read our lucid dreams from past experiences and other dream accounts, we actually, on a subconscious level, relive those dream experiences like if they were actually happening in real time. The more we focus and drive towards these experiences within our dreams, the more we can unlock lucidity for the future. Lastly, the third reminder is daily decoding. You may wish to combine daily reading with daily decoding at the same time for those of you that like to multitask. Making time to read through and notice the various dream signs or symbols uncovers incredible truths about your current waking, mental, emotional, and spiritual state of awareness. So start logging all those symbols today. Dreamers often report that over time, they begin to see common similarities with each of their dream entries. They then deliberately intend to seek out similar symbols in waking life, which may serve them as a way to trigger their lucidity from within the dream itself. For example, throughout your various dream entries, you may notice that you seem to regularly visit your family home when you were a child, specifically a certain room like the kitchen. The kitchen symbol is what is reoccurring, and therefore your subconscious mind is trying to bring it to your attention for some reason. This is why it's reoccurring. Something that's always repeating in your dreams needs your constant attention. And once you finally notice the repeating symbol and understand it, it seems to not come back anymore. It almost feels like a great healing can take place within us when transcending these symbols. And all because you faced your subconscious mind head on and wanted to know more about its incredible guidance.
To incubate an understanding of a recurring dream symbol, before drifting off to sleep at night, first begin by imagining the symbol in great detail. Notice any color, shape, and action. Then once solidified in your mind's eye, repeat this following phrase over and over and sleep. I now recognize this symbol and understand all of what it represents. And in the morning, write down what dream response you had, or at the very least the feeling you felt about the symbol upon awakening. So how can we optimize our dream journals even more so that we can recall greater details of our dream content and most importantly seed our subconscious minds to recognize we are dreaming? Well, I discovered a great way in pre-writing certain subheadings down onto the pages of my journal, which came in handy when recalling the memory of the dream. It does this in the most efficient way possible and over time can enhance your dream ability even more. So I thoroughly recommend you pre-write most, if not all, of your journal's pages beforehand in time for your future night's dreaming. So just to go through them now, here's an example page of what I write in my dream journal. Date, title, class, dream symbols, spirits and projections, dream experience, lessons learnt, and then a continued yes or no. So let's just go through them each now and let me explain to you what they are and what things to include. The date obviously is the date. Okay, very important. Write the date down. Also write a title. A really clever title goes a long way. If you can describe some main key features that were in your dream experience but in title form, that would really help. like the big red elephant is a good example. And we'll get to class in just a moment. Dream symbols will be what symbols you encountered. Write down the key words of what symbols you discovered. For example, elephant and the color red, or maybe you saw the number 10 and so on. Spirits and projections. Here you write down any dream characters you came across. Maybe you saw a family member or friend, or a complete stranger that you don't really recognize. Maybe a character claiming to be your guide for this particular dream. Dream experience is of course your dream experience, so write this down. Make sure you write it down though in the present tense. You'll discover that as you do this, you may recall greater detail when writing in this form. For example, I am running in a street that is very long, and now I see a red elephant, for example. Lessons learned. This is used for the day after, looking through our journals, and is one of the 3 dailies that I mentioned before, daily decoding. Now in here you would write down, after discovering what your dream symbols meant, you would write down here what the meaning was of your dream and what lessons you actually learned. Moving on now to continued in the bottom right hand corner. This is when you are in need of more space to write down your dream experience, and it usually continues onto the next page. And lastly, class in the top right hand corner. Simply fill out what class of dream you experienced from using the key laid out on the right hand side there. This helps you track your progress whilst quickly skimming through all of your dream entries over time, and without having to read the entire dream contents every time. It's a great reference tool. So, JD is a junk dream, a normal dream in which means no real significance to you and didn't really make a big impression on you. The dream memory of this type may be very minimal, but nevertheless we still have to write as much as we can remember, especially during the beginning stages of our dream development. Later down the road, you'll be able to miss writing down these, but for now, please log this type. VD is a vivid dream, in which you can remember a dream in great detail, has very vibrant colors, and the symbols were very significant to you. This dream makes quite an impression on your dream memory, and is easy to recall all of the fine details upon awakening. LD, of course, is a lucid dream. A lucid dream is a type of dream in which he or she knows that they are inside a dream whilst dreaming. Now, although there are multiple levels of lucidity out there, simply write down LD if any one of these levels fall under this type of class. AP/OBE is an astral projection or out-of-body experience in which the dreamer is fully aware that they are out of body and in some cases see their physical body sleeping in the bed at the same time. Some people class this as a heightened state of lucid dreaming, which is initiated directly from a waking state. You may have strong sensations of floating out of your body and hearing loud roaring noises, which is fairly common. At the same time, you are fully aware of this transition crossing over from wake to dream. PD is a prophetic dream. In this type of class, the prophetic dreams I find are quite rare, but when they do eventually occur, can have quite a profound impact on your emotional state. These dreams usually consist of a high positive spiritual influence to the theme and surrounding features. Maybe you uncover deep spiritual truths about your inner self during this class of dream. SGLD is a spirit-guided lucid dream, and here you will have a lucid dream in which you are fully aware that it is a dream whilst being inside a dream, and furthermore, you are acquainted with the dream character who claims that he or she can guide you into a greater knowing. Both of you from there on travel around various dreamscapes together, unlocking great truths, all from within the lucid state. One thing to conclude in regards to writing into your dream journals is during the middle of the night when you awaken directly after the dream ends, you can always just write down the main dream symbols you encountered and dream characters, and leave the rest out till the following day. This takes no time whatsoever and can be a quick fix solution sometimes, if you don't want to write down the entire experience and are too tired. In the morning you can re-look at these symbols and clues, and from there you jot down your dream experience in its entirety as a way to relive and remember what happened. Although this is not completely advised as a way to write down your dreams, as you still may lose some detail, it's still a better alternative than completely sleeping through the entire night and missing out on important features of your dreams.
Unlock lucidity.